Good evening, good morning, or good day, or whatever it is where you are. This is John Harder, aka Wealth Wiz, and I am coming to you with broadcast number 188. The Kringle.cash System. The title of this broadcast is 24-48-hour rapid rewards. What a system! Yeah, what a system. Okay, so today, let me just dive in and share the screen, and we'll go on the blog and find out what all we got at that one. What is it? Oh, really? Oh, so just ignore that misspelling there in the title, okay? All right, market crash. Yeah, market crash. Yeah, we could spend a little time talking about that one. I see we have a, oh, I thought I was sharing the screen already. Ah, oops. Well, let's do it now. Okay, so as we move into the let's try this again. All right. So as we move into the next, for the next little while, I think we can expect things to be a little rough. And unfortunately, the only reason, and there is only one reason for all of this, and that's the ignorance of men. That is the extreme ignorance of pretty much all of humanity, because we have not paid attention to what their central banks were up to, the the manipulators and the powers that shouldn't be, that should have never ever been, what they're up to. We obviously did not pay attention, and we let them get away with it. And now they have created a mess where it has, well, it's at proportions where it looks like things may get a little rough for the next while. Now, I mean, look at what just happened to Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency market. I'm not quite sure what that video is. I'm actually going to play this video here, maybe not the whole video, but certainly some of it. I think it's, I'm not sure where my volume is at. It might not even play.
Always laughing about Berwick. He's a name on people's minds. Jeff, you there? Yeah, I am. Okay. And I just wonder how you've done it. You've got this powerful website called dollarvigilante.com, and you parlayed that into the premier liberty convention in the world, Anarchapulco, which Free Talk Live will be at here very shortly. And I mean, some of the biggest names in Anarchapulco. And this year, I think correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is the first year for a $1 Vigilante Summit. Is that correct?
No, actually, we've done it the last 3 years. So we didn't do it the first year of Acapulco, but every year since. So this will be our 4th TDV Summit and our 5th in Acapulco coming up in February.
So I'm going to be there for this one as opposed to the last 2, 3, which I was not there for. And I'm interested in seeing what goes on. Best I can tell, a bunch of people with a lot of money go there for this event. Is that basically it?
Yeah, it's really focused on, making money, having assets, creating wealth, and that sort of a thing. And as you mentioned, Gala Vigilante is quite separate from Acapulco, but because I was having this large conference every year, right here where I spend most of my time, the original idea was, well, we have the Gala Vigilante, which has thousands of subscribers. Why not have our annual conference right around the time of Acapulco, so everyone can just come down here all at once. So we're doing that again. We're going to do it this year before Acapulco, so it's going to be February 12th and 13th. And then, of course, Acapulco is February 14th to 17th. And as you know, Mark, there's always lots of things going on before and after Acapulco as well, including this year. I believe Larkin Rhodes is going to do his Candles in the Dark on February 12th and 13th as well. Mark Passio is going to do a one-day sort of one of his big sort of seminars or whatever you want to call those things, where he goes over hours and hours of incredibly interesting information. We even have the Infinite Man Summit, which is run by Sasha Begane, which is really to help really empower men out there. Not to say that we don't want to empower women, but Sasha is a man, and he's been doing the Infinite Man Summit around the world for a number of years, and he's going to be doing it after Acapulco this year on February 18th and 19th. So it's basically an entire week or more of events that all transpire around Acapulco. Yeah, and it's really an amazing event, and I almost feel bad because I have this habit of sleeping about 8 hours a night, and there's always something happening at Acapulco. I mean, just always. I don't think, maybe you could scoot around at 5:30 in the morning, and it might be a little dead or something. But the people at 5:30 will probably just be getting out of their ayahuasca ceremonies and then heading back to their hotel. So it's pretty much 24 hours of activities for sure.
Okay, so I think that's about all I'm going to do from that video. It's a fairly long video. But what I want to pay attention to, or give a little bit of attention to, I didn't watch this video here. I'm sure if it made it on the blog here, there must be something special about it. So that will be definitely I'll be watching that one too. But here is what I wanted to pay a little bit of attention to in this post here, or sorry, in this broadcast about the cryptocurrency markets. And now, of course, I believe that to most of the humanity, or most people who are into cryptocurrencies, they likely are wondering what the hell is happening with the cryptocurrency market. However, there is a way that we can know about it ahead of time, which I'm not going to go into in this here video, but I wanted to just give us a little heads up about this, because it shows us here the power that the manipulators have on the cryptocurrency market even now. And they haven't even got much of, how should I say, legislation. They haven't, legislation hasn't even really trickled into the cryptocurrency markets much yet, which I am sure there are a lot of jurisdictional people that have a pretty big, well, let's just put it this way, that are definitely really set on bringing the, having all kinds of bringing all kinds of legislation and rules and regulations and all of that kind of stuff into the crypto space as well, to to try to make it so that, you know, obviously to well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They thought with the crypto or with the monetary system, they had pretty much put the enslavement upon humanity to the point where they could they were just about ready to completely clamp total enslavement upon humanity. But then this disruption came, and it has thrown them off big time. Now, the way I see it is that that humanity should run with the cryptocurrency and absolutely pay no attention to the legislation whatsoever. But you didn't hear that from me, of course. All right, so now let's go to a different post. Actually, what I want to do instead of doing that, I want to again go to the Kringle.cash system. And actually what I'm going to do is I want to again get your attention to on a different on the home page. Want to go there and again pull up this document right here. So it is available on the Kringle.cash homepage, and on the right at the top it says public notice. That public notice is what I want to pay attention to here, and again bring more awareness to this document. Now, I don't know how many of you people who are in crypto or in TBC and the Kringle.cash system, whether you pay much attention to this, but this here, ladies and gentlemen, is the document that gives us the information as to what TBC really stands for. Okay, I would say that this here is the document of freedom. This is the document of freedom for all of the people that become part of the TBC community. And may I add, private community. Okay, so and also here we can select languages. So if we would say, for instance, Spanish right here. So now let's see if this is indeed in Spanish. That doesn't read Spanish here. Okay, so how? All right, I thought this would be in Spanish. Well, it's not in Spanish. Okay, I'm not sure that works then. Huh? But what good is that? What good is that if the document isn't Spanish? How are Spanish people going to read this? Okay, so yeah, I think it would be very nice if the whole thing was in Spanish. I mean, there are a lot of people here in Mexico. Matter of fact, Mexico City by itself has about the population of all of Canada, and so Mexico has a pretty heavy population, and of course many of the other South American countries do too. Yeah, we should probably have it available in Spanish as well. Anyhow, if it isn't yet, I'm sure that, or I at least think so, that they're working on that. All right, so here we have, you know, on the home page here, it's very nice, shows us a little machine here. Ah, okay. Okay, so apparently it actually is available. And let me just make sure then that I do put, that I do give notice to it, because here it says, where is this? Okay, okay, and there you, now you, yeah, it is available in Spanish, but that is fantastic. Yes, that's awesome. Yes, because I already, there are some people here already that I want to, you know, give this to read, so that they can get a better understanding about what TBC and the Kringle.cash system really is, that it is a mission with a currency. Okay. All right. Now, let us actually log in, and I want to again show a couple of things. In the Kringle.cash back office, this here is a really, really good system, and then, but one of the things that really excites me is to see that number at the top here, that it is finally picking up speed. That is phenomenal. And of course, we do have a very nice system in place that if every person, if every new person would just simply do that, refer to people within 24 hours, we would reach our we would reach 1 billion very, very quickly. It would be very quickly, and we would have 1 billion members. And obviously, the you know, the peer-to-peer Kringle would very soon be used very, very much more than it is now. Okay, so what the 2448 is what I wanted to give some attention to here, because I am just a you know, I think this is just such a fantastic system. I keep using the phrase fantastic. I'm not very sure if that fits here, but it's such a super, super nice system to, I mean, look at the amount of cookie rewards you can gain here, and very quickly within 48 hours. That is billionaire status right here, and it's actually more than 1 billion when you look at the cookie rewards that you already get from just the 2 referrals. Okay, and then you add the other 4. That's billionaire status, big time. Okay, so that's awesome. That really is awesome. I just really, really hope that there, you know, that we will have far more. That's my wish. I really wish that we would, and because I wish that the people that, you know, the average person deserves to be wealthy. Everybody deserves to be wealthy. Okay, and then here, obviously, we have the printout, very nice information that tells all about how this works, and then we have a script here to follow. It's really, really an awesome, awesome system. The way they have been putting this together now in the Kringle.cash system, and this, you know, you just simply log in, and there you are. You're ready to just work right off here, off the home page, and follow the steps here. It, you know, it lays out the days. You follow these steps, and you know, right here, and you have, and you'll create, and you'll be creating this right here. what it, you know, the 2448 system. That's what that will do, just by following the steps that are laid out right here, which is really, really awesome. And then, of course, you know, the information, this video here, I have watched this video several times. It is really a very informative video that, you know, tells you about, you know, the aim and the mission of TBC. And then, of course, here we have some more information that's you know, that gives you whether you want to become a broadcaster or not. Obviously, everybody has to make up their own mind. But when you see the benefits of becoming a broadcaster, yeah. Now, I've shared it in several videos how I started, when I started doing videos. And of course, when I started doing videos was before I knew the Kringle.cash system. But you know, even my first broadcasts weren't really that great, and I'm not really saying that they are super great right now, but I believe they are understandable. Okay, and then of course here we have more about the difference between a day job, a business, or a should we say a TBC business? You know, a home-based business with TBC. When you look at the chart here, yeah, that makes it quite interesting. I would say that that looks very, very much more profitable to be in the Kringle.cash business than a job or any other business for that matter, pretty much. Okay, and of course here we have a nice, very nice graphic about, you know, how, about using the system, how to generate cash, right, and so on. And here is what we want. Here's what we want. You know, these other charts, let's just kind of forget about them. Let's focus on the red one. Focus on this chart right here. Okay, we want paid referrals, and we want a, you know, we want 1 billion. That's what we want. All right. And again, a little bit more information here. This year, these are graphics about the medium of exchange. You know, the one that created by the banks and governments versus what's created by the Kringle.cash system. You know, going over this and this information here, it really isn't that hard to figure out that the TBC system is so far, far better for, you know, for humanity. It's actually human friendly, whereas the banking system is not. It's enmity against humanity. Basically what it is. All right, so I think that is pretty much all I have to share in this here broadcast. If you are new to TBC, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not involved in TBC yet, well, I've given you plenty of information in this video that you can follow. The information that I showed you, where you can read the what TBC is about, what our mission is about, and also how you can use the 2448 cash flow system. It is really simple. I have showed you where you can find the information that you need for that. And in closing here, let me just say, let's be excited about growing this number right here. let's just increase that number by the tens of thousands, by the 20s of thousands, by the hundreds of thousands in a day, if possible. You know, if possible, then 1 million a day. Which, if we did 1 million a day, then it would still be almost 1,000 days until we reach our goal of a billion community members. So because we have 3.3 million, and we need that actually needs to be at oh yeah, to have that 1 billion, we actually need that to be to show 1,000 there instead of 3. So that's how close to the beginning we actually really are with the TBC system. Because here where there's a 3, that first number before the first decimal, that should be a 1 with 3 zeros. So yeah, let's get moving, folks. Let's get moving. Let's fill in the numbers. Build that number up. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop the screen share here, and so hopefully it won't stop the broadcast on account of that. And we'll go back to the video. That I think that's it. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Stephen Cuffey, for coming on board with me. I haven't actually been on much of other broadcasters' videos in a while. I have now and then, but wow, it's, you know, 24 hours in a day when you're doing this much work seems like it's hardly enough time. All right, well, anyway, and another thing, we also need, you know, more steady internet, which we're hoping to soon have, or maybe from now on it will be. All right. Okay, well, thank you very much. You have a very wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your night. And thank you for joining me here, Stephen. And you have a wonderful night. Peace.